Hi honeys, it's Michelle. I'm here to do my fall favorites of 2021. Look who decided to pay us a visit. Zelda Sally, she is here because you love Halloween. Speaking of that, her first Halloween, I bought her a witch costume and I put her in it. She's a little kid and she was so mad. I have to show you. So I'm going to put a picture up here. I'm going to start with the things that Zelda has been loving as well. We watched Midnight Mass together. Have you seen it? Have you? And if you haven't, why? I think you might want to watch it. It's really good. It's so good. It's about this... I don't want to give anything away. It's about a very small town. A guy gets out of prison. I think it was a drunk driving accident that he was in. He gets out of prison and he goes home to this really small town that's a fisher town. And all kinds of insanity ensues. And it's a 7-part series. I don't want to tell you what it's about, but it feels like it's Stephen King, but I don't think it's Stephen King. I looked it up. I didn't find his name anywhere. But be prepared to be shooketh if you watch this show. It's so good. So Zelda and I watched it together. We got really into it. She loves watching things with me. And I can tell when she likes things and when she doesn't. And she absolutely loved this show. We've watched a few movies. The newer ones we're just kind of not into, huh? Yeah, we like some of the older movies that have been out for a little while. But the newer ones, not so much. I think I did a video last year about our favorite Halloween movies, didn't I? Well, if I did, I'll put a link up here. I can't remember. I don't know, but at the end of this video, I will put a link to some sort of Halloween video that I did last year or the year before. So because none of the movies are really doing anything for me lately, I can't list a favorite fall movie. I'm trying to think. Little girl, do you remember, is there anything we've watched more than once? Oh yeah, there is. Trick or Treat. That's my favorite one though. It's like got the fall feels. It's got pumpkins. It's got trick-or-treating. It's creepy. It's bloody. It's gory. I don't know what else you could ask for in a Halloween movie. We'll probably watch Hocus Pocus soon. And we just watched Rob Zombie's Halloween. We'll probably watch the second one and then the latest Halloween. Well, we already watched that one. Because we're going to go watch the other one in the movies soon. The second one that just came out that's in the theaters right now, we're going to go watch that. Brad and I, not me and Zelda. Although I bet you wish you could go. But you hate leaving the house, though. Anyway, so we've been watching a lot of Halloween movies and having fun. And this is not Halloween related, but my favorite song so far this fall season has been Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Have you heard that song? It's just fun. It's kitschy. Kind of takes me back to being in high school, except, well, the song has a lot more, like she's got a lot more self-esteem than I did in high school. I never would have been like, well, good for you. I hope you're happy without me. Yeah, that would not have been me in high school. It's interesting. This is totally off subject, but hey, you're here to hang out, right? I was just thinking about that recently. Somebody had said on some video or commercial or something, if you could date Batman or Superman, who would you date? Like if you were single. And I was thinking about it and I thought it's kind of funny. The high school insecure me would have gone for Batman. The guy who is emotionally unavailable, way too busy to hang out with you. That would have been my man in high school or even in my 20s. And then in my 30s and 40s, now that I'm more comfortable with myself and more mature, I would definitely date Superman. Superman's the kind of guy that would like fly you around, let you look at the beautiful views in whatever city you wanted. He's the kind of guy that like wouldn't drive you on a date. He'd fly you there. He wouldn't mind if you wanted to spend hours reading because he's a book nerd too. Like, he just seems like he'd be a lot nicer and more sensitive to a person's feelings. So if I was single and I had to date one, it would definitely be Superman. I read this book. It was a Krista Davis book, and it's one of the, oh, what's it called? Oh my gosh. The Diva series that I love so much. It's a cozy mystery series. The reason I'm mentioning all this is she has recipes in the back. And she has a recipe for pumpkin carrot soup. You guys, it is so good. I made a big batch of it and I can't stop eating it. I just love it. And it tastes so healthy too. And then the other meal that I've been really into this year, finally got the Golden Girls cookbook. And there's a recipe in there that is supposed to be one of Dorothy's recipes because she eats healthier. And, sorry, my hair just keeps flying right into my mouth. It's not even windy in here. Is there a ghost in here? I guess not. But it's turkey meatloaf, which sounds kind of, ooh, I don't know. Brad and I think it's amazing. We love it because we've been trying to eat a lot less red meat. And this is definitely going to make it easier for us because one of our favorite things to eat is meatloaf. Also, there's a podcast that I've been really listening to a lot this fall. It's called Literally by Rob Lowe. And it's just fun. He just sits around. He talks with other actors or people who are in the movie business in some way, shape, or form. And it's just really fun. I think my favorite one, though, out of all the ones I've listened to, is probably when he sat down with Molly Ringwald and talked to her. That was so fun. But it's really fun to hear all these different interviews. Oh, and he did one with David Duchovny that I thought was cool. David Duchovny was saying that when they filmed Bad Influence together, Rob Lowe was this huge star, and he was like, what did he say he was? Like, club goer number 3. It was like a nightclub scene that he was in. And he said it was crazy because Rob Lowe is one of the few people before he made it big in acting that was genuinely nice to him. And I thought, oh, but it's really fun to listen to him interview people and just talk about the 80s and the 90s and like how crazy things were, but also talk about life now and movies and what an art form it can be and that kind of stuff. And that is on Spotify. I think it's probably on other formats or other, I think it's on other apps also. I'm not sure. Okay, as far as getting cozy for the fall, okay, I've got a few toiletry items and then I've got a few other cozy items. As far as the toiletries go, let's see, let me do this in order here. Okay, I have a friend named Mare, and she's got a page on here. It's called Mare of All Trades. I will put a link down in the description box. She recently decided to go after one of her lifelong dreams, which is making soap and candles. And I ordered a candle and some soap, and I haven't had a chance to try the candle yet, but the soap, this is it here. As you can tell, I have been using it. It is fig scent. I love fig scent in the fall. Oh, I don't know what it is. Every year I try to find fig soap, and it's hard to find. I usually get, I think it's Aveeno shower gel and fig, which smells good, but I like this one more, and it just feels good on my skin. What I've been doing is, if I don't feel like rubbing a bar of skin, ooh, what is this, Hannibal Lecter now? If I don't feel like rubbing a bar of soap directly on my skin, or I feel like I need to exfoliate, what I've been doing is rubbing this on a back brush and then rubbing that on my arms, legs, and back and stuff to kind of slough off dead skin cells and that sort of thing. But I wish you could smell this Smell it. Just try to smell it through the screen. Oh, it smells so good. I wish YouTube would get on that. I really need to be able to let you know what things smell like. Another thing I've been using in the shower that I am just loving in the fall. I keep getting like dry scalp. I'm probably not alone. Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Moisture. And now they've got this one that has avocado and Australian jojoba oil. I'm loving it. It still has that candy scent that it's always had, which takes me back to high school. It does. It takes me back. I love this scent, but I also love that it's really helping moisturize my dry scalp. And then when I get out of the shower, I've been using this Dermasil cocoa butter. It's at the Dollar Tree. And the pairing of fig and cocoa butter is delightful. I smell very tasty. Hannibal Lecter again. Do you know what I mean though? I smell really fall and good, and it's amazing. I just, like, I love smelling myself when I get out of the shower right now. I know. But it does. It smells so good. And I think you could really pair the fig soap with any cocoa butter. I just happen to like this one. It's a little bit thicker than the other cocoa butters, almost to the point of being a body butter. Also, I will put a link to Mare's Etsy page down in the description box as well, in case you want to try out some of her soap or candles. Then when I get out of the shower, I have really been loving this Define Me by Kahana perfume and Aquamarine, and it's got little aquamarines in there, which is cool. But it smells like, going back to the 90s again, guys, Love's Baby Soft perfume. You remember that stuff, right? Oh, that's what I used to wear. And it's just, it takes me back to a nice time, or a time that I enjoyed more than I thought I did at the time. I know, that's how high school is, right? Later on, you're like, why can't I go back? I don't want to go back to high school, but I mean, I want to go back to the 90s or the 80s. But this does smell like Love's Baby Soft. However, it lasts longer on my skin. I can spray it on and it lasts for 8 hours, I would say. Whereas Love's Baby Soft, it's a drugstore perfume. It lasts for about an hour. My favorite lipstick is this one. This is Maybelline. It's Vivid Matte Liquid, and the color is... well, I don't know. Oh, Vivid Violet is the color. And this stuff is perfect for fall. I love the way it looks. I can wear orange colors with it. I can wear blue. I can wear pink. It looks so pretty with anything I've tried so far. I think it would look pretty with grays as well. And I just didn't want to put it on for this video because I didn't feel like putting makeup on. Sorry, not sorry. I haven't been feeling like wearing makeup lately. I just put a little lipstick on and here I am talking to you. But this would look weird with no other makeup on. Then at night before I go to bed, I've got two things that I've really been loving that I want to tell you about. This is, okay, when the seasons change from summer to fall, I don't know if you get this, but I get where my skin on my face, it feels tight and like weather beaten or dry or something. Even though it looks fine, it just feels weird. And the way that I have combated this is with this. It's Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Yogurt Glow Getter Pressed Serum Moisturizer. And I have had this for 2 years now. So this is my third fall of using this. If it's expired, I haven't noticed. It smells the same, it works the same. A little bit goes a long way. And it's got a very light scent. And it just soaks into the skin. I like to put it on my face and my neck and my décolletage before I start reading at night. And every once in a while, I just kind of re-massage it into my skin. And it just works wonders for really dry, seasonal skin. And if you've been getting dry, cracked feet lately, that's another thing that happens. I don't get it like cracked feet, but they just feel a little bit more dry than usual at this time of year. What I have been doing is using Aquaphor Healing Ointment Advanced Therapy. And this is my second year doing this. What you do is you put it on your feet, your ankles, your knees, wherever everything just feels real dry and callousy and gross. But when I put it on my feet, I put cotton socks on, and I leave the socks on for at least an hour, and that kind of helps it soak into my feet. And I immediately notice that my feet feel softer and more moisturized the next day. I usually end up using this every night or every other night for 2 or 3 days in a row, and then maybe once a week or once a month afterwards. But it just makes my skin feel so much happier, and I'll show you what this looks like. Kind of looks like petroleum jelly. It has no scent at all. As far as getting cozy on the couch with Zelda goes, I've got some things that I've just been obsessed with. I've got my favorite slippers. These are probably my favorite slippers ever. I love them so much. And I found these on Amazon last year in the winter, and they're still very nice. They haven't really worn down or anything, but they're just so pretty, and they're so soft. They feel like rabbit fur, and I just think they're so cozy. I also have a robe that I'm obsessed with. It's super soft, and it's got like that waffle weave on it, and it works really good for fall and winter. I love that it's easy to wash and it doesn't get in the way, and it's got sleeves that go to about here, so I can still wear my robe and do the dishes, or if I need to type something up on the computer or whatever, it's not a big deal. That is really nice, and I forgot to bring it over here with me, so I'll put a picture of it up here so you can see what the robe looks like. But I love it. It's kind of a kimono or something. Then I have been burning this apple spiced cider, and I found this at Hobby Lobby, and this is a 13.2 ounce container, and this is, it's divine. I love the way it smells. It smells so good. It smells like apple cider with a dash of cinnamon and a dash of vanilla in it, and it's just, it smells so good. I think these are going to be really good gifts to get for people this year. I did find out at Hobby Lobby, so they're $15 each, but I found out at Hobby Lobby that every other week they're half off. All the candles are. So I'm gonna go look for them and see if they're on sale or not, and if they're not on sale, I'll go back the next week and get them for gifts, because I think they're a wonderful gift item. I also like the container they come in. I like to make my own candles. Once every couple of years I'll make a bunch of candles and then go through them as long as they last for. And this is the kind of container that I can keep and reuse for future candles. Oh, I'm sorry, these are $14 half off. Not that that makes a big difference, but hey, $7 half off instead of $7.50. But I just think these are amazing. They come in a bunch of different scents. And one thing that's nice about them, they burn really nice and even. And I can't stop smelling it. It smells so good. I'll burn these for an hour or two, and then I put them out. But I still, if I leave the top off and put them on my counter like this, I can still smell it for days. Every time I walk by the kitchen, I smell it, and it just lights up my life. It does. And it's all about lighting up your life. It's all about the little moments, right? Zelda appears to think so. You like this candle? Did you want to smell it? kind of into it. Do you want me to see if they have a catnip one or a shrimp one or something that you could enjoy? You're so cute. Such a beautiful, sweet girl. Oh, thank you for the kisses. I love you too. We're almost done. And then we can go relax, hang out on the couch, watch a movie or two. Yeah, I know. We're best friends, if you haven't noticed. And then my last favorite fall item, and I don't really think the brand matters, but the one that I have on hand right now is this one. It's spiced cider in a packet, and you can have it hot or cold. And I just think this stuff is amazing. And I see on the back here, it says, oh, wow, what? You could add it to oatmeal? That sounds amazing. Sounds really good. Huh. But I really like this. I like making my own hot apple cider from scratch. But every once in a while, I don't feel like doing that. And I have this, and I love just making a mug of it before I go to bed or when I'm watching a movie. It just makes me feel so nice and cozy. Here's what the cute little packets look like. And all that you do is, if you want it in hot water, you just boil water, and then I put the packet of it in the mug first, and then I put the boiling water in after, and I mix it up. But it's so good. And you can even put a cinnamon stick or something in there if you want. Zelda and I would like to know. She is so into what I'm saying. Why are you so into this? You just love fall too? I think she does get really into the holidays. She likes Halloween movies and Christmas movies, and she likes chick flicks, and she loves watching The Real Housewives and 90 Day Fiancé. Those are the things that if I put them on, she will come watch them with me. If I if I put much else on, she won't watch it, but those are her shows. We want to know what your favorite fall items are. So be sure to let me know down in the comments. Oh, I forgot to mention this choker. I bought a set of chokers. It was like quite a few pairs. I think it was like 8 chokers or 10 chokers or something for not even, I think it was $10 or $12, or maybe not even that much. And I have just been loving it. I love wearing them. It kind of takes me back to how my style used to be when I was a little bit younger. And it's nice. I think it's nice to return to things that we have loved for a long time. Don't you think so? I mean, it feels good to, if there's something that you loved when you were 20, why not do it now? Kind of thing. I love you too. Yeah. Can you hear her purring? It is so loud. Okay, I think that's everything that I wanted to mention to you. That's my favorite. Do you want to tell them what your favorite thing has been? We've got 2 things that Zelda has been very happy about. We'll just throw this in here too. She still really loves this catnip from the Dollar Tree. And then the other thing that she really loves, I also found at Amazon. It is a catnip infused mat. It's like a play mat. I got one for Marty. You probably saw it in that video I did about Chewy. Well, they kept fighting over the mat. Marty ended up winning the fight, so he's got the one that I bought for him. But she wanted one really bad, so I got her one on Amazon, and she's just loving that as well. So, and I've got a Papasan. She likes to lay under it, so I put her mat under the Papasan, and she has just been and heaven every time she goes down there. She loves laying on it. It's your favorite new thing, huh? Yeah. All right, I'm going to go feed her and myself. We're going to go drink some hot apple cider and watch some Halloween movies. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I love you. Bye. Are you going to say bye? Huh? You want to say bye to your friends? I should say our friends. They're our friends. No? Zelda doesn't believe in saying goodbye. All right. That's okay. You don't have to say goodbye. You guys don't mind, right? You understand. You want to get up? Let's go eat your dinner. Or, well, let's go get your dinner and I'll eat mine. Woof.